Hey, welcome to Duke It Out podcast. Today, we got the Barbera brothers, JB Jewelers, up in here again. Well, the first time on Duke It Out, we had them pretty early on in the Dream Tour. How you guys doing?
It's good, man. We're good as always. How you doing?
Here, bro.
Dude, how long you guys had that storefront running now? Over a year?
So
Just a little over a year.
yeah, we got in there.
Yo, shout out to Kahlua, though. I'm pouring up some of that.
Good afternoon.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we need it after last night. It was late. It was a late one for everyone here.
Dude,
Not
everyone
really,
rolled up.
You weren't
late.
late?
You rolling in at the same time around 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I poured a little too much fucking Kahlua in there,
Oh, shoot.
No,
Yeah.
we've been in there since September 2020, but it's been a ride, man.
How's Christmas season treating you? Everyone getting some gifts?
Yeah, you know,
for sure.
Christmas honestly starts picking up. I would say like end of October or end of November. So I feel like we've already been starting to see the ramping up of it. You know.
Dude, I'm just gonna have
We're
to.
in it right now.
I'm gonna have to air this episode after Christmas because I need you guys to hook me up with something for the girl.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to air this after Christmas so she doesn't know what she's getting.
It's alright, it's alright.
Yeah, dude. I wish she didn't watch my podcast, but you know she wants. She
You
watches.
can go
Yeah,
for
she
Oh,
is.
no,
It's like
she ain't watching your shit.
yeah, but then
Yeah,
now if I accidentally air this before Christmas, she's gonna be like, I know I'm getting something jewelry wise.
Hey.
Damn. So how long we gotta wait?
That's like 3 weeks, you know. I can post it on Christmas, like the day before Christmas. She won't notice. Christmas is a Saturday. The day after Christmas is a Sunday, and I like to upload on Sundays. So we'll put this. Dude, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hey, you know what? I don't mind being the podcast y'all watch on Christmas.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, Merry.
That's true. Turn it on for the whole family.
Yeah, dude. Oh, shoot.
So I've been meaning to ask you this. I was wondering what made you want to change from your Dream Tour to the Duke It Out podcast.
Comedy, dude. Comedy. For real. Like, Dream Tour was a show about dreams and interviewing people. And I've always been into podcasts, and I wanted to have a podcast. I'm always, like, I don't exactly know what my podcast will always be, but I always want to have one.
Yeah.
And as I did the comedy, it's like, oh, I want to do one where it's, like, a little bit about just me talking to people, not necessarily me interviewing people. So, like, change the energy up. Even something simple like that name change, you know, that.
Free flowing. I feel that, you know, like.
Wait, dude, I gotta ask. Where's the Duke come from?
Duke. Oh my gosh.
I still don't know this. I was
My
like,
family, a lot of my family calls me Duke.
what?
All right, my government name is Lucas.
Right, I've known him by Lucas, but
Yeah,
all
so
your socials
when
say
my little
Duke.
when I was real young, my parents, like, I was Lucas, but they just called me Luke Duke, and they just gave up on the Luke right away. So they just called me Duke, and from like Dukes of Hazzard. And so my parents like called me Duke as a kid. My aunts and uncles will call me Duke, or some of them will call me Duke. You know, different family members of mine use Duke, different use Lucas, but I always liked Duke a lot. And once I got to college, I started like saying like bringing Duke back a little bit, like trying to keep it alive. You know, because once I was away from the family, I wanted to keep it alive at college, and then once I started doing a podcast and comedy, I was like, oh, this is a way for me to, like, separate, like...
Your personal identity from...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really scared of my personal identity being out there, but, like...
No government names.
Yeah, but, like, if I'm always going by Duke, that means I'm doing comedy or my podcast, but, like, other times I go by both, you know?
Honestly, if I call you Lucas, I have to usually, like, actually think about it.
Have you ever told people your first name?
In my, like, just because I always see you as Duke. Especially, like, if I'm just on fucking Instagram or some shit.
Dude.
Have you ever told people your first name's Duke?
I introduce myself as Duke, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, formally now? That's...
I mean, it depends. Like, if I'm up at the print shop and my business cards say Lucas at the print shop, so I wanted to put Duke on them, but, like, I should have just went by Duke.
What if
on
you
the
legally change your name?
Lucas?
I like having both.
Watson.
Okay.
You could have Duke.
Yeah,
parentheses
exactly. That's what I wanted to do.
But fight name.
I'm probably about to make some business cards for the podcast, just to, like, you know, something like a little scan code. So, like, I can just be like, hey, yeah, if you want to check out my podcast, here's scan code for Spotify, YouTube, Apple, or whatever. And so that'll be Duke. That'll be my Duke card. And then if you want T-shirts, talk to Lucas. He's not here right now.
Yeah.
Two separate identities.
Dukas.
A mix of both. I don't know. Get hybrid that.
Oh shoot! So you guys what's your main thing going on up at the shop? Is it people walking in for some wedding rings type stuff, or is it just more people like getting some earrings and rings?
I mean, like right now, there's a lot of people coming in because they know their girl wants X, Y, or Z, and they're just trying to usually custom it out.
Yeah.
A lot of people want custom work in the holiday season, so that's why we usually require a month minimum of timeline.
Mm.
So that's why
for
right
some
now,
customs.
yeah, for customs.
You guys probably have a decent stock in for Christmas time.
Oh yeah, we just got some shit in for sure.
Oh yeah, but
I was just in there yesterday. I don't look around too much because I know I'm coming back because I'm gonna have to steal one of my girlfriend's. If I steal one of my girlfriend's rings, if I steal one of her rings, will you guys be able to tell me what size it is?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Common practice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not.
Regular.
That's some. Dude, sometimes you gotta feed to give,
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes it's high track, you need the right size.
Yeah.
Right. But so that's why this time specifically is so busy because, because you got a certain deadline for customs.
Yeah. That makes
people
sense.
kind of come in right as that deadline hits.
Yeah,
a month, and then
we're kind of getting there, because our big orders.
Probably the same for you guys. Yeah.
Our big orders can take some time. We're filling a lot of school, college, team shops. Let me check how much time we're at. Oh, we're only so we're at 5 minutes on there. The camera's probably rolling a couple before. Let me set a 15-minute timer on my phone, just so if I don't look up and see the little red dot disappear, we'll lose video. I've been trying to get better at the technical shit, dude. Oh my gosh, it's not my side of this. Where's my freaking tech guy? Where's he at?
Logistics company. Right. You need someone behind the camera.
Well, man, I remember when I was trying to do my podcast. I remember one time I had both fucking mics plugged in, and what am I saying? Fuck, I just got off track.
You had both your mics plugged in?
Yeah, I had both plugged in, man.
And they all record out of one?
Yeah, and I'm what
you gotta have one of these bad boys to do two mics.
Well, see, and I don't know that type of shit, so I feel
dude, it's fucking $300 on top of everything else that I have for the set, so.
How much would you say you have invested in recording equipment?
I mean, over time, I just, I got lights.
Leveled up and shit.
Yeah, it started one microphone. This was a nice microphone and just some Audio-Technica brand. Started off with this, and then Jacob actually got me this one for Christmas. And then I just went from microphones and recording on my phone. One microphone recording on my phone, got lights. I actually, and then I think I got the camera. And the camera came with that. That was the biggest investment on here was a Canon.
Right, because last time we did it, we shot
on the phone.
Your iPhone.
Yeah, my phone started fucking up and deleting everything. I was running out of storage.
Yo,
I remember it.
Yeah, I was recording through an app that was connected to my gimbal, and the gimbal app, I don't know what happened with it, but maybe it because my phone still said it had storage, but I don't know.
Man, I was recording because I just even recently was damn, I still want to do something with video and shit, so I did this reacts thing. So I was boom, I recorded some things on my phone and shit.
Dude,
and my phone kept fucking stopping in the middle of me going off on some shit.
Dude, if you want to start reacting and stuff, the place to do it is fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm talking more in the certain I listen to a lot of stuff Kevin Samuels and shit like that. So it's more stuff like that. It's probably more popular on YouTube.
Yeah, that makes
sense. Manosphere type of shit. It's probably not super. It's not super popular with
It's
dude, I've always wanted to
certain people that are probably more on TikTok and shit.
I've always talked about Googling conspiracy theories and talking about them because I will fucking hop on a conspiracy theory that I don't believe and push it on someone just for the freaking I'll be no, the aliens built the pyramids, bro. This is why.
What's an actual one that you believe?
Oh,
we were just talking
is
about
there one that you
fucking.
Is there one where you're forget what we were talking about? An outlandish one.
No, dude, JFK, we did that. The government did JFK. That's something I do believe because they haven't released his files, man. they got some papers on him on that day that they won't release. And dude, that was in the '60s. So like, why won't they?
I think that was even. Was it what year was that?
Well,
Early '60s.
I'm no
Here's
history
what happened.
Or was
We
it
can
late
always
'50s?
look it up.
JFK's brother was what was he?
He was tied with the Teamsters. Right?
No, you're thinking of Jimmy Hoffa.
Damn, I thought his brother.
No, his brother
You gotta
worked on
talk
his
more
brother
about
worked on
that.
the Supreme Court, I believe,
Yeah.
and they were really cracking down on the mob at the time. But the mob is the one who got JFK elected because their dad was a bootlegger during Prohibition era, so he worked with the mobsters.
Yeah, the mob.
So
used to
boom,
run
they
shit.
got and there's still there's a construction tax that gets paid in New York for sure.
Oh,
But
yeah, and
Dude,
like,
we were
they
told
told us to tie this in, so they start cracking down on the mob and everything. Mob doesn't like that because they're the ones that got JFK elected in the first place. So boom, like the president, now you have permission to get his brother, his blood brother, who is on, I believe he was on the Supreme Court, off.
Oh.
Now you have that leverage.
Yeah. Wow.
That's just what I'm.
That's a pretty valid reason.
Prove me wrong. You know,
I don't
like,
know.
fuck,
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know too much information on it. I just know that like.
Well, I know their theories are kind of like the theories that they say what happened are kind of bullshit.
Well, the bullet didn't. Like that bullet didn't kill. The bullet that they say killed him didn't kill him. It's like that. It couldn't happen.
Well, there wasn't
Like the casing was on that bitch when they pulled it out and looked at it on TV and showed everyone like that's not
right. It
real.
was undamaged and it didn't go through like two.
Yeah, it went through windows and
I think
a
it went
head.
through two people. Yeah.
yeah. If it goes through a body, that thing's broken up into pieces and bouncing around throughout your body. Like,
Right. So
Yeah.
it's just
so the bullet's some sketchy. Like what happened with that? I don't know.
Yeah.
You ever? There's people who say like
yeah, and didn't they?
he's like there's a conspiracy theory that he's like still alive. That one's
Well, there's a lot of those for like there's like
Tupac.
Tupac's got one.
Tupac is
Tupac's
not
Tupac's
still alive.
Where's Tupac?
He's in Cuba, bro, or something like that.
You're like
you know?
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Yo, I bet there's
There's
some
some
motherfuckers
videos
that be
I've
looking
seen.
like Tupac down there with the bandana.
Yeah.
Some Dominican dudes.
Yeah.
Shit. Hey, that's where I'd go, man. Honestly, if you can
Who else
find
they
some
say
way to
that?
retire,
Epstein?
like
They say
a similar fashion, Epstein, he had he had his
Well,
own.
no, didn't they say
Dude, he had his own island,
on some random.
I don't know. Have they said that?
I feel like I've heard.
but I don't think he got whacked. Like everyone had a reason to whack that man. You know?
Oh yeah, and what they say the lights coincidentally, or no, they said the cameras coincidentally
Just weren't in that area.
weren't recording.
Yeah. When he hung himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of reasons to whack that man. So many reasons to. There's so many people who had reasons to get rid of him.
It's going on right now.
Nobody
And-
gives a fuck.
I mean, Bill Clinton's killed people before, right? Isn't that his thing? I think that's a conspiracy theory too.
Like
That the Clintons made some people disappear.
Bill Clinton don't even get me started about that one.
They're a little shady.
Yeah, they're.
Uh oh.
The what? Are you about to whip out some Clinton facts on me?
No, I'm watching out. I want to get whacked.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, dude. I mean, if our 100 viewers or whatever, like, go tell Clinton, damn it.
Who knows, man? You
Clinton's
never
our
know.
freaking
News
50th
travels
view.
fast.
Bill Clinton's
Uh-oh.
like, what the I didn't tell anybody that. I don't know what he sounds like.
I don't know what she said,
If he's
honestly.
in that trial right now, is he
Like-
summoned as like a?
A witness or something?
Yeah,
I don't
witness.
know. I don't know. They have been throwing names out there, and there was some evidence that he was out on
If it's that high
court.
profile.
I heard that the
Like
pilot named off Trump, Bill Clinton. And I think those are the two names I remember.
I mean, I've heard
specifically
people
seeing.
say Hillary was there too, but like people just be talking about it. Like I don't know that exact evidence if she was, but like, dude, Bill Gates was there, dude. All these world leaders all over the world and
Bill
famous
Gates was there?
actors. That's why Bill Gates divorced. That's why they got that divorce. It was all about that
So
Epstein
the
Island.
fucking kids there, was it?
Yeah, underage girls, and they'd convince them to do it, film them, and then Epstein would be like, "Hey, I have this film of you fucking a 16-year-old. When I need your vote, I have your vote. When I need this, I get this." Like, so like he's like, listen up. But some people were But like some people returned, so these people must have liked to hang out with him. So he was extorting some people, and like some people were friends with him. And how do you discern who's a participant in being extorted? You know?
Yeah.
Man, my memory's fucked up. But I remember first hearing about this shit, listening to like Joe Rogan, like working at Barbera, just like throughout my day and shit. Mm-hmm. So it just, I feel like it's underwhelming when it's all coming around, you know, and it's like no one really, like, I would say in mass, most people seem like they don't give a fuck.
Most people will never know what really went down.
I guess compared to the most other recent trial, the Kyle Rittenhouse one, I couldn't get on a fucking app and not see something about that.
Yeah, and that one, like, not gonna lie, like, it was big news, but, like, I personally didn't care what happened. He shot a couple people, like, I mean, that happens. That people do shoot people and, like, have these self-defense trials all the time. Yeah. Not a lot of people have a freaking island full of kids that rich people and kings and presidents are going there and doing stuff with. That's way more unique to me. So, like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah. But isn't it interesting how that one isn't as attractive?
And they're distracting us, man. They don't want us to see.
Everyone said that he shot African American, and that wasn't even the case.
Yeah, they try to make it all about racism, and it's like,
he did shoot a bunch of white people.
Yeah, he shot.
One guy was.
What does that even matter? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Well, they were saying it. They were used. They ran they were talking all over social media about how he shot black people, and like people just didn't know that he didn't, and like it wasn't about race.
I don't even understand how the fact that everyone's saying it like he shot a black person. Oh, what the fuck? And then like. It's like, oh, he shot white people. It's okay. You shouldn't even matter. They're bringing so many points into this stuff nowadays. What really mattered is, like, I watched... Don't do fucked up shit.
I watched a quick couple YouTube videos of just, like, description of, like, how the evidence went. And basically, from what I understand, is the evidence went... He got... If what all the witnesses in court said was true, is there's a lot of witnesses of... He was hanging around and he was giving people medical attention for most of the time when he got there, and then so he was there with like a first aid kit and a gun. Kit. Yeah, right. He was there with an EMT kit and he had his gun
because he wanted to be a police officer.
Yeah, he was being a wannabe cop. That's stupid. Like I don't think what he did was in the right.
It's not smart, but I believe technically based on Wisconsin law.
Yeah, legally,
Wisconsin, right?
Legally, he got off.
And he was he was 17 in Wisconsin. I believe that with the law is like with a rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be. Well, the guy who sold him the rifle,
16 or 17.
The guy who sold it to him, I think he got charged. Who sold him the gun, because you're not supposed to sell it to someone under 18, I don't think.
You snitched on the guy that sold it to him?
Well, I think it came out in the court case.
Well, he had it all legally. It was all legal, so.
Yeah, he didn't. This is also a thing that I heard and I didn't watch on my YouTube video, so I don't know how much credibility it has, but I heard that the guy who gave him the gun got in trouble of some sort because he sold it to an underage kid. And, like, I don't think you can sell it to him, but, like, he can have it legally. You can have one. Like, if your dad gave it to you and you were going hunting, you could carry it. But you can't sell it. You can't buy one. Yeah. So, like, the guy who sold it to him, that guy, I mean, I understand that, too. You shouldn't be selling a gun to any 17-year-old. There's so many, like, at 17,
I'd be a little
I'm surprised they gave me a gun. You know, like, I've never done anything wrong, but also I'm kind of an idiot. So, like...
It's a big toss up.
You know?
Never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Fuck. People just need to be like, I don't know. The whole gun thing.
I don't know. From what I understand from watching it, he didn't break the law, and that's what the jury decided. So like I really don't care about that news story. Like, but what made me
made it a really big deal.
Yeah, the problem is they made it such a big deal, so you almost have to have. It makes it almost like you have to have an opinion on it.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit.
I would say I'm glad that
it was interesting.
Got like acquitted because that just at least proves that it's not like a fucked up system. I think.
Yeah,
because there was such a blatant lack of evidence.
Oh yeah, because
I saw a lot of snippets of the trial.
Yeah, the trial. That's what I did too. The trial was bad. Like they had nothing on him. They tried to fake some stuff with some video evidence, and that got tossed out.
Like the prosecutor against him. I mean, I just couldn't even believe the questions they were asking him. Like,
yeah, I mean, he got smacked in the head with a skateboard and shot the guy.
Yeah, I find it really weird. They just made it like a race issue, and that's what even I remember there was one point where I didn't know a whole lot about it, and I saw like a lot of big names on social media.
Yeah,
like saying,
and there was memes comparing it to like they were like, if this was whoever, like if. But also, I kind of understand that point where it was like, if this was George Floyd walking around with a gun during the protest, the cops would have shot him, and he wouldn't have been able to walk around like that. They would have accused him of, which I understand that viewpoint, because you can't say there's I'm not saying I don't think cops are bad. I actually know a couple good cops. I've recently met some really good cops, and they're great dudes. But there is some people who are shitty out there, and it could have been that situation, especially a cop who's hanging out around a protest, having a bad day, and
I guess with cops, you gotta definitely there's maybe is a better way to screen for that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know if there's better. Like, I don't know the answer for the cops, but I was just saying that viewpoint made sense to me. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, it's not about race, but if you are going to do that comparison, that I kind of understand that comparison rather than like saying this is a racial issue.
Yeah, right.
I guess I honestly have a hard time. I feel like I have a hard time understanding it if you don't think that way, because it's hard for me to imagine that the bulk of society thinks, like has that kind of an issue. And it's like, you know what I mean? Because it's like you can't really
that many people are
many people that it is that.
Or
I mean,
there's
300.
And don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna lie. There's a guy at the gym I go to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he'll he'll say shit about me looking like Arabic all the time.
Yeah,
and
I could see that actually.
Like literally, dude. And I've had just last night he said some shit. He's like, "You gotta stop dressing like a fucking Arab. You gotta look more Italian." I'm like, and it's like, dude, it's like 2 a.m. What am I gonna do? Like, I'm just gonna
go change, bro.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it's like I don't go there for confrontation.
Yeah, exactly.
I just keep my headphones in. The dude's like 50-some years old, and he used to go to a gym that I used to go to back in the day. So I remember him from when I was a kid. Actually, I didn't ever knew him, but he just used to lift there, and he has a very distinct look. So I was like, fuck, I know this guy.
And the racist comments. Yeah, he's so like,
well,
then, forget him.
Ever since I started going there, and so I feel that, but I still know at the end of the day that this is one
guy,
person that in the bulk of people I meet is a fraction of a percent.
Dude, what I think though is,
but it's different for everybody.
Yeah, we'll take a pause real quick. I want to take a pause, but I do want to remember to say is like, what I think is I think the news paints it a lot different than what everyday people think. Because when I'm out in society talking to people about stuff, no one's like, oh, this is like no one's like pushing these issues like the news are. Like, no one was out like arguing about Rittenhouse at the bar when I was out. No one was out yelling at each other about it. But on Twitter, people are.
Oh yeah, Twitter's a cesspool.
Perpetuated on
so like
mainstream media.
I think how people actually think tends to be more like that, where it's like, oh yeah, I understand. It's just this one guy. And, I think most people actually do think like that. It's like most people do look at people as individuals. But when you're watching the news or you're on social media, in that moment, it feels like it's this side on side, and people are so like they lose it. They lose that sense of personality on the internet.
Yeah, right. People get very tribal on the internet.
Yeah,
and like,
because it's easy.
I'm looking just super nervous. Like, oh man, how much time do we have left? Wait,
we can cut it off here.
I think we're at 24:30, so I think we got 4 minutes before it cuts out. So we can roll for a second.
Good. I mean,
people get very tribal on social media, so they probably lose touch of those like actual social aspects of interaction. Where they're like, okay, we actually.
What do you think happens?
We're just individuals.
So, do you think we lose our tribalism, or we don't have to poop anymore? Like, what future thing? Like, what will we get over first?
We don't have to poop anymore.
You think before people decide to come together, we're gonna figure out how to not poop?
People are everyone is gonna be so like, everyone's gonna be so integrated. We're all gonna speak one fucking language. It's all gonna be fucking good. But they will find something.
We'll be half robots.
Literally, it'll be you don't have the new iOS update.
Yeah,
You're a fucking weirdo. Stay over there. That's what it will be.
No one wants to poop anymore, so you replace your digestive tract with robot, and you can taste food, but the robot just like freaking zaps that shit to space.
There's a movie about a guy who's the last person to die from a natural of age death, and they're interviewing him, and he's talking about his life growing up. He was born probably like in like the 80s, I think.
Who's interviewing?
What fucking? It's some like news organization. This is way in the future. He's the very last human to die from natural just death, like old age.
Yeah,
like he's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everyone else stays young and hot like their whole life. Like it's just like
they're all androids.
And this old ass dude's just like, fuck, I'm going out the old fashioned way.
No, dude, life's pointless if you don't die. Literally, I think
it depends on how you were raised, for sure. I would imagine if you grew up in a society where that kind of was just the normal too.
I mean, it's not a story if there's not an ending. Like, it's not a movie if it doesn't end. It's not a song if it doesn't end.
I think there's a lot of people that don't think.
I think that's what scares a lot of people, though. Is that there's an end. I think it scares a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it scares a lot of people, but it's what makes it mean something. Mm-hmm. Right. It doesn't mean anything if you go on forever.
Well, and that's what everyone keeps saying is everyone is so.
Some people look at that the opposite, though. They
caught up on. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I just look at it because since it's so finite, like some people look at it as not having meaning. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It's like a nihilistic, like negative, viewpoint of it. You know?
See, I feel like I think this negative way, but my negative thing, like saying like, oh yeah, death is like what makes it meaningful. That could be looked at as negative, but like that's how I see positive. Like how I see things is like I'd like to see like nothing matters at all. That's why I get to do whatever I want, and that's what matters to me. So like. My saying nothing matters is how I give myself a meaning. And like in my head, that's how it makes sense to me is, we're on a fucking rock with a flying ball in some thing called space, and what the fuck is that?
And we're all lucky enough to be here.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I can do whatever I want with this. That's my meaning.
What I've seen a lot, I feel like very simple, like what you're saying, life is short. People are so scared of life ending and everything that they live so hard so fast, and that's the same type of people that peak when they're fucking like 23.
Yeah,
and it's like, do you realize you have fucking like if you died? This is the way I usually pose it to people: if you peak at 25, boom, you peak like in your life, like you.
Like in your,
you just live so hard and so fast, and you know some people are like just so like, you know, for example, it's a lot. I don't want to get too much into that, but what I'm trying to say is people I would say it's like FOMO. People get like that fear of missing out. They want to live so like, they want to party every night. They want to fucking just like totally.
And I do.
Fuck off. Definitely, you definitely need some balance.
Oh yeah,
but it's because people have been told like life is so short. Life's short. Enjoy it while you can. And it's like, yes, but at the same time, if you literally doubled the age you are now and died, you would have died young.
Yeah.
Like extremely young.
Yeah, if you're 25
and you double that, the double what you've already fucking lived. I'm not even 25 yet, so
yeah, boom, that's 50.
That's 50 years old. That's dying young. And then everyone knows that you live well on even past that.
Yeah.
There's always like to me, it's just like a thing of saying like, don't be scared to like try new things and like be open to opportunities because like shit just doesn't hurt to try something.
I mean, yeah. What's gonna happen? You're gonna die. Oh shit, you're gonna do that anyways.
I'm like, there's always some shit you can do, man. I'm like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, what is like the coolest thing I can think of that I can do, even if I'm in a fucking wheelchair and I can't. Nah, man. Fact.
The only thing certain in life is death.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like literally.
Dude, the only constant is change.
Not if we start going cyborg, though.
Yeah, dude, but I don't think they should let everyone be cyborgs. I think they should check your Facebook account. See what you've been posting on Facebook if you're allowed to be a cyborg or not, you know?
Facts. They'll say a lot about it.
And there was the camera cutting out. They could still hear us, so We'll be like, all right, guys, we'll be back in a second. I don't know. You might see an ad here to get some JB jewelry. Who knows? Who knows?
Heard that.
Back at it again. So would you guys do heroin? Like, if you had 30 days to live, and if you would do it.
Oh yeah.
If you would do it, how many days in? You know, like for sure, this is like guaranteed. Like, a psychic and a doctor agreed.
You know,
I don't know if I'd even fucking do it. To be honest. I'd probably fucking do some ayahuasca. Yo, give me some. Give me a pint of ayahuasca.
I don't think I need to be dying to do that. I think I need to be able to afford a trip to South America.
I can do that shit. Deadass. I'm pretty sure there's a guy in like rural Kentucky in like the hills and shit that does that.
He's like a shaman.
He's like this redneck ass. You know, I'm talking about the hill. Like, I'm talking about Appalachia, baby.
I thought you had to be Native American and to be religious, like. Yeah, to like be legally allowed to do that stuff in the States.
These people live in like
I don't think
hills, bro. We're talking about like people that
I think you can. I think there's a place in Florida. It's like $2,000 and it's this like retreat run by Native Americans. So like they have the rights to smoke. Oh, it's
moonshine
peyote. Is it peyote?
You know what I'm talking about? Peyote's down in like Arizona and shit.
Oh my gosh, people do some crazy. I don't know.
There's a toad down there too. Yeah, it's a cactus. You can buy that shit straight up.
Dude, I've been licking so many frogs, man, and all I've got is warts.
Wrong one. Wrong. Lick hard.
You've been licking toads.
Is this a frog? Fuck. It's a box turtle, cuz. Damn.
Yeah.
Did you guys like that video I sent you of the guy on TikTok freaking slamming that snake?
What was that?
Dude, he said,
I will the fuck out.
All right, I need to really remember. Freaking 31 minutes in, I put the freaking video up. But it was that guy. Hey, we'll watch it real quick.
I've seen that thing already too, and I was like, I remember being a kid, and I never got that type of shit when I was a kid. But I remember wanting one of those fucking things so bad. That's so fucked. Remember those gummy rats? That gummy snake eats gummy rats.
How much that weighs?
Probably like fucking 38 pounds. 35. Oh yeah, he's straight violating that shit.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Why does he live in like a fucking marble palace too? Like, tell me that. Like, look, he's got fucking 2 lion statues by his fucking
2.5 million likes.
Dude, he's got some lion statues.
Yeah, but thoughts get 2.5 million likes for fucking walking in frame and out frame. Like,
dude, that's a. I wish I wonder if I could pull that off. Do you think if I dressed like a thought, I'd get a bunch of views and like walked in and out of frame and tried that? Like if I dressed as like a thought woman. Like
are
a really
you a thought
skirt.
in this? In like an actual
like
woman,
I'm gonna put on a wig and a short skirt and a bra.
I don't know if you get the same. You might get the same traction, but on more of a fucked up level.
Would you guys
do
violate
that sound probably
that
fucking
gummy worm for 2.5 million likes?
What?
Would I fucking
violate it like that?
Slurp on that thing?
Yeah, just like he did. For that, like, would you do that same thing?
Like, do I have to go after him? Or do I get my own snake?
I'm gonna gangbang this
No, you can try on
fucking
snake.
That is wild, bro. I remember wanting them so bad. Like a gummy rat, I'd see those things and be like, yo, that looks delicious.
Honestly, let me shout this guy out for
if I ever had one, I'm glad I never did.
Joy Jefferson 8 on TikTok, shout out for sucking that snake, man.
Dude just fucking straight up slurp that shit.
Oh my god, dude, that's actually freaking like... That's hilarious. That was so funny to me. I sent that to like everyone I knew. When I saw that on TikTok, I was like, this guy is freaking going ham on this snake.
That's
and I just want to like, did you see how thick the snake is at the end? Like he couldn't wrap his hand around it.
Yeah, that's probably at least like.
So like that's gonna be like a.
Dude, there's some of the stuff you can find on TikTok, man.
Dude, dude, and he's getting candy sponsorships, bro. He's getting money from the candy people.
Oh, he's getting free candy.
I think he's on like episode 6 now, and I did go watch the rest of them.
Yeah, you went on his account. You're like, yo, let me watch this. I want to watch him put the head in.
Hey man, whatever gets you hard, man.
God damn, man.
Get your rocks.
Get your rocks off.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, that's probably not the craziest thing.
No, but dude, I just had to know like where this was going, and then like he was talking about, he's like, yeah, they offer him candy sponsorships now, and I was like, dude, this dude's getting paid for sucking snake.
How many followers does he have?
Fuck.
Dude, let's check him out. Dude,
Bro,
that's
we
crazy.
have the same fucking water. Did you buy that water?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
1.4 million followers. He must have been doing. I think he did other stuff before he sucked snake. Oh, dude, he sucks so much snake. Oh my gosh. Oh, look, he sucked a giant lollipop. A giant.
So it's his.
So this dude's just fucking out the bag like a little.
It's his niche.
Oh, he eats a giant chocolate bar.
It's food. Giant foods.
Oh, he's just.
He's like supposed to be like.
He's just slamming giant food in suspect ways.
You know,
yeah, like is it like a homoerotic type thing?
Is you like
what?
legit? You can find.
I think he's just trying to be weird.
Popular. Yeah, you just have to find your.
You just have to be
weird little
fucking
niche.
weird.
Yeah, everybody's weird.
Yeah.
So you gotta be like, you gotta find the people who are into your weird.
I see.
Or
honestly,
the people that think it's funny.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
entertaining.
Dude, I end up on furry TikTok way too much.
What?
I end up on furry
What is
TikTok
that, dude?
way
I'm just telling you, the
too
algorithm knows you real well, bro.
Nah. That shit weird.
Because this shit's never come up for me.
Nah.
Me
nah.
either.
Maybe it has like one time.
There is that. Have you ever seen that fucking goofy ass old clown that goes up and insults people?
Mm-mm.
You know, fucking.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He goes to like the Comic-Con and he just like
And just
makes fun of
talks.
fucking
Yeah,
people.
yeah, I
This
know what
guy
you're
dressed as a clown.
He's this mean clown. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Is
about.
he like? Is it funny?
Yeah, it's funny as shit because he'll call people like a fat piece of shit or
And he's got
you look like fucking shit.
I think he got
or
into some
you-
trouble.
Oh, I'm sure he has. It's
He's had to
funny.
get into some
It's
trouble.
funny. It looks like it was taped in like '97. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like Full House era, but
They've
it's
been doing
funny
that
as
shit
fuck.
for a minute, right?
But you could get away with that shit back then. People.
Yeah, people
Wouldn't let that
don't
happen
care as
nowadays.
much
That's true.
about words.
That's true.
People be caring about words.
Yeah.
A little.
People
Dude,
take
which
words
is
a little too
dangerous for
serious
me
these
because
days.
like,
Yeah, as a comedian.
well,
it's,
I just kind of say stupid shit. Like,
Yeah, you
for the
got
shit
to.
of it, you know, just having a good old time.
Mhm.
And I think it's entertaining to me, but some people are like, what was that?
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, if you can't just sit there and suck it up, like, then don't go to a fucking comedy show. Our buddy Andrew, who goes there a lot. He's been to like most of your shows, I think.
Oh, really?
Ever since the first night that we went to the fucking
Oh, really?
what the fuck? Funny Stop. Fuck. And he got heckled because he's like this frat looking guy.
Oh, yeah.
So of course him and his fucking crew, you know, they were just getting fucking, I guess,
Tore out by
torn
one
apart.
of-
And like, you know,
Yeah.
he like
You
obviously
sit
like
front row at
it's
the
not
comedy club,
ideal.
that's part of the game.
Yeah, but
That's
like
why the
whatever.
front's fun. The front is fun because people talk to you. Like if they're
Yeah,
I
when
think
I
that
sat in
would
the
be
front
fun.
the
Yeah.
first time I came.
dude,
So
I'm about to
I gotta get there a little earlier.
Well, we'll get
next time.
violated.
dude, I'm about to fucking start talking to some people this
Yeah,
week.
do you ever like? Have you ever done that? Interacted with the
So-
crowd a lot?
Dude, my sixth show, I did this crowd work only show where you weren't allowed to make any jokes, and like I barely had jokes at this point. So like, you know, it was my sixth show. I don't think I've used any of those jokes in a while. I switch jokes a lot, but I'll probably, you know, work on a couple of them, ones that were working. I'll probably slow down on being able to come up with stuff at some point. Right now, everything that's funny I write down. Like, I can't even keep track of all of it. Like, I have to watch my podcast to remember
So you're gonna
things I
think
thought
you're
were
gonna
funny.
run out of shit to say, or
No,
to
I think it'll slow down and I'll be able to, like, work on stuff that's working.
maybe.
And
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's also important, too, is to, like...
Well, you'll probably
but at
find
the
like a
same time-
method. I'm sure you'll find a method that works better for you.
Yeah.
Like eventually you'll find a method that you know leads you to success
Yeah.
quicker in finding jokes, refining them.
But a lot of that comes from life experience, and
Yeah.
going down this path.
Yeah,
It's
start
gonna take you
early.
down a
the
road.
more you
that
do it.
Dude, the one thing about comedy that's super awesome
Shit going crazy.
is, like, since I started doing it and, like, looking for stuff that could be... I'm looking for stuff that could be funny, you know? And, so, like, it has made, like, just life outside of comedy way more entertaining. Because it's like, you get a flat tire and you're like, where's the joke, man? Instead of like, damn it, I got a flat
I gotta be a
tire.
fucking comedian, man, because I'd be pissed as hell.
You can be pissed and then find a joke
dude.
later. It just makes, like, I don't, like, get
true.
less pissed. But, like, when I do get pissed, I'm like, was there something funny about it? And, like, sometimes you come up with
There you
something
go.
out of it. And
In the past 5 years,
Yeah,
comedy's had to have gotten like exponentially bigger.
had
Right?
to.
man, I don't know. I think
Yeah.
comedy's been big for a minute, though.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, there was Comedy Central. Side. Comedy Central was huge for a while. SNL,
big stand-up comedians. I feel like there weren't as many big names as there are now.
I mean, the ways. So like Comedy Central and
unless I was just
and like the TV shows, and like the talk shows and like SNL and stuff. Those were big for a long time, but those are getting smaller and more people are getting individually bigger because like Netflix and YouTube and all these different places you can be. Dude,
everyone's got a fucking podcast. They all have a fucking podcast.
Everyone has a podcast.
That's facts. It just moved from late night comedy to like individuals having their own platforms, which is better.
Yeah, and it's spreading the wealth way more. There's
what the fuck are we doing here?
Right. There's so many lanes to succeed. Like, dude, I could freaking like make some friends in Albania. I don't know where that is, or if they even speak English, but like, dude, we could have Albanian homies up in here. Like, that could be my thing. I could just be like the guy who talks to Albanian folk from America. I'm like, hey, what's it like over there? Send me Albanian stuff, and I'll be like, wow, what is this? That could be your thing.
Right. Like an unboxing of Albanian goods. Spices.
Yeah, lost my train of thought because I looked at my freaking time. But
it's alright, man.
Wait. So unboxing. Yeah, there's British guys that do that.
Yeah.
There's British guys that. Are you about to find Albania up on there?
Right. I said like kind of Western-ish Europe, kind of into obviously like Middle Eastern, but that's kind of like Kazakhstan is right next to Russia.
Like Eastern Europe type.
You said Albania?
Yeah. Is that even a place, bro?
Oh, yeah.
But, like, there's guys in Britain that just, like, try American stuff and freak out about it, and, like, people just like their accent. It's
like, what kind of stuff?
Oh, it's in the Mediterranean.
Like s'mores and root beer.
Damn. Yeah, it's in the Mediterranean.
So, are those...
It's where it's at? Where's it at?
In the Mediterranean.
Ah. I don't
I've been learning a lot about, like ancient societies lately. That's been like my
rabbit holes.
Yeah. Well, not that. More like Carthage, like ancient cities that were like this like factual type shit. That were like empires that kind of fell.
Yeah.
And like came in.
There's so much history that you don't get taught unless you're like a history major.
Well, I find it interesting because like just because of our like ancestry, like specifically Sicily. If you learn about that history. All kinds of different people came in and out of there throughout history. Persians, Moors.
Yeah.
I don't know if Carthaginians ever owned it, but then the Roman Empire. Blah blah blah. I mean, fucking list goes on. That's why there's so many mixes of cultures down there, and they kind of speak a different dialect language.
You guys are like Italian, huh?
Only 50%.
50%.
Yeah.
But
each of our parents are 50.
I mean, 50% is still like.
It's more for like and it's interesting. It's like as you kind of go down the line, you kind of lose a lot of like the traditions and stuff. And I would say we're kind of honestly at the point where unless one of us married like a really Italian woman,
straight from Italy,
I would probably
go to Italy and find her.
Things I do like
get a Ferrari.
Like I respect shit, and I stay true to my cooking in that way and my religion in that way and stuff like that and.
What do you guys eat on Christmas Day?
I mean, we got pizzelles fucking all over the place, so forget about it. But like,
we always got these
Christmas Day, we got the breakfast and stuff like that. It's
do you guys do Italian people like have like the
bro? I make some fucking. I make the best meatballs, bro.
You guys have seafood on Christmas?
Back in the day, man. Yeah, we used to be having fucking king crab legs, man. Penne with the fucking family red sauce. Fucking, we used to be making wine and shit back in the day, and those things have kind of gotten smaller,
We got a little. Nah, my mom is like a big mix of stuff, but I think so. Like my grandpa always says, like I think we're from Macedonia. Like,
okay.
Like one of my great grandparents is so like that's like one of our bigger percentages. A lot of people like I give more of a like I'm a little bit of everything,
It's kind of like Middle East.
Yeah, I think there's someone in my family who's like a tiny percent Native American. I did a report on it in like 5th grade.
So do we, but I don't
like it's like probably a less than 1% type stuff. Like there was one person who was related somehow, and it was like
kind of distant.
Yeah, but like I don't know my heritage like that because like from all over the place. You know, I got a little bit of Italy, a little bit of Irish, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like so many different. My grandparents were all different
we're
things.
One of the only countries that's like dominantly mixed.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say it's getting less.
Well, we're becoming Americans.
Right.
Like, and eventually, we'll just be like what an American looks like, you know?
Well, think about it like this. I mean, back before you could travel in such a high capacity, you know, you'd be on a wooden fucking ship. You really couldn't bring that many people realistically, not like you could during the mass immigration of like the fucking 20s and 30s and shit.
Yeah.
You know, so most people, when they would migrate to a new land, were all of the same origin and stuff. And as they kind of populated that area, now that you have that single identity, you know, you had
New York
ships the size of fucking like almost like a Titanic looking type ship.
Yeah,
taking mass amounts of immigrants,
just bringing them in.
Yeah, all at
training
one
them
time.
around.
And well, they're just going through. There was a mass immigration period in the U.S., so that's
your people
just how we started.
In Ohio. We didn't go very far. We went pretty far, but
we went past fucking New York. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we
could have stopped there.
We went pretty far, but like also we were like, you know what? I'm good here.
Bullshit. We should have stopped in fucking New York.
My grandpa told me that his dad stopped for
dude, we could have pushed
a railroad job.
Yeah, there's a lot of ironwork and shit.
Yeah, he had a railroad job, and took the job in Ohio, in Canton, which was, you know, kind of like a bigger city back in the day.
Yeah, man, there's a Little Italy up in Cleveland that's, you know, pretty, I see, you know, they're out there.
Yeah. I mean, Canton used to even be a lot bigger. You know?
Canton used to be a bigger city, man.
Yeah, they invented football, bro. They're like, we're football. Yeah. We do football here.
Football guys. But here's something I was saying, too. Depending on, because you're saying, like, I'm a mix of this, I'm a mix of that. Somebody was just talking to me about last night, because anyone who, like, brings up them Italian, they're typically always like, yeah, I'm a little Italian, too, you know? And I'm like, you know what, at the end of the day, it's all about how you were brought up.
I'm probably
like, because if I was, like, really Italian, but let's say I was adopted into a fucking...
My great-grandma was
a Moroccan family, you know? Yeah. Like, boom, I'm going to grow up really Italian. Pretty, like, well, or like Moroccan, you know what I mean? In that lifestyle. Like, it's just, you know, it's just different.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So, like, especially if it's actually because you're actually by blood mixed, I guess. It just depends on what side of the family really kind of... I guess I used a bad analogy because that person wouldn't be blood Moroccan. But in this example, it just depends on what side of your family is the most, like, into their culture.
Culture that you know about.
More like, just more like...
Dude, what happens if both your parents were like 50% asshole? Does that make you 50% asshole or like 100%?
You're probably 100% a fucking asshole.
No, I think everyone's 50% asshole. I'm pretty sure.
You gotta be a little bit.
You are. Yeah, you are until you figure some shit out. Yeah.
Well, you just keep that 50% in your head, you know?
Yeah, it's all about, I guess, how you dish it out, man.
That's facts. I wonder if I don't think it's 50% of thoughts. But like, how many thoughts? I wonder how many I dismiss in a day. I bring them up and I'm just like, nah, fuck that thought. That's a dumb thought.
You know, I was thinking of sometimes. I don't know if you guys have experienced this. You'll be experiencing something or like doing something, and you catch yourself like in your mind thinking, but not enjoying what's in front of you. Just like for example, I was at this basketball game last night. I caught myself just like thinking about shit. I'm like, hey, what am I doing?
Yeah,
I got like this whole experience in front of me that I'm not being present. Like I'm here, but I'm not present.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I get too caught up in my nerves and shit. Like if sometimes, you know me, man, I don't. Sometimes if I'm going to hang out with like a female or something like that, man, I get my nerves all built up. I'm like, hold up, I just gotta go in there, enjoy the situation, and not make it about just anything even in particular. Just enjoy my time and just be you, man, and just play it cool. Like that's all it is.
My brain's always all over the place. So like, it's like when I like it.
Sometimes
I'll be walking in high everywhere,
hard
man.
to keep focused.
Sometimes that fucks with me, and it like makes me indecisive. And then when that happens, it's just like,
what, being big?
Nah, just
being just your mind being all over the place all the time. I mean, you guys run a business, so your mind's. It's hard to get your mind in one place. You always have something that's like it's like almost it's like a money baby or something like that.
Right,
You know?
well, yeah, that's the difference between owning a business and just working. Like when you own something, and you know this, there's no off time.
Yeah.
Like it could be
always
10 o'clock at night, and it's something's still on your mind about it. You know, you're still thinking, what can I do to make this better?
Yeah.
What kind of new product lines am I gonna be working on? What do I have coming up tomorrow?
I got diamonds.
And really, when you work
Diamonds
a 9 to
brain.
5, you don't like when 5 o'clock hits. A lot of times, you can kind of
that's not my
detach
problem
yourself
anymore.
from it. Yeah, and a lot of people are like that. It's not my problem.
Literally, yep. People are.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. It depends on what you're doing. Like if you want to do that, and then you have another thing that you're really into on the side, that's your freaking thing, and
Yeah.
you're just freaking really good at Texas Hold'em poker, and you just want to play in some local tournaments, and that, you make a little extra cash on the side, and that's what you think. You know, that's your thing. I wonder why I thought of Texas Hold'em. I'm no good at Texas Hold'em. I don't think I even really know how to play.
I just played Texas Hold'em last night.
I'm a big euchre guy.
I
love euchre, yo.
I made some money, and then we were doing dice roll bets.
There you go.
Lost it all.
I love dominoes, man. Dominoes is a good game.
Yeah, you be playing dominoes?
Yeah, I can play some dominoes. I'm not.
Dominoes is good.
Yeah, that's fun.
I like this game my grandma taught us called Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts.
How do you play peanuts? What's
Similar-
peanuts all about?
It's
Somewhat like
solitaire,
solitaire.
but like sped up.
Oh yeah, I always like things a little faster.
Yeah, man. That's a fun ass game for real. I love playing card games, man. I feel like that's something like that. I feel like
why is that something that's
hold on. Let me tell you why. Because I literally had this discussion last night too, and I remember we were talking about it. It's because sometimes, man, I'll catch myself fucking working on my laptop. I got an interview that I'm like partially listening to on the TV, like a no jumper plan. I'll be fucking on Instagram at the same time, and I'll have music playing, and I'm like, what the fuck am I really even doing? Like, I'm not even focusing on one thing, so I'm not even really doing anything to my fullest capacity here.
And also,
so
you're never giving
playing cards, that's such a singular thing.
Yeah,
people get bored doing that shit.
In your mind, you don't give your
You gotta
mind
be
a
really
chance
into
to
it.
like actually be at rest. That's another thing too. It's like
we live in a very
not good.
stimulating world.
That's not good. Your mind needs some time to have like.
Yeah, that's when you pop on the
rest.
the metaverse and you just go live there. And
you can't.
I'm good.
Good on that shit.
Dude, I'm moving into the metaverse as soon as they let me as soon as I can.
Would you actually like
get through the door?
Chip in?
Oh no!
Would you get
hell no, bro.
Yeah,
I'll die the old-fashioned way. I'm not gonna do I'm not gonna do that.
I honestly feel like with the way modern medicine's moving, like Western medicine and all that, and even like holistic medicine, and it's coming more to the forefront of,
You mean with like psychedelics?
Yeah, stuff like that. I feel like we'll be living longer. Like our age expectancy is probably just going to keep going up. As long as we don't fucking.
And
people currently are live around 90 to 100. At
some people do.
Somewhat common rate. It's not super common, but what's not unheard of? I know I've met plenty of people in that age range.
I bet you it's in seven.
Maybe not in the hundreds.
I bet you it's like
70s. Yeah, like I think. Yeah, probably 70s.
Wait, what's your guess? Everyone guess.
What the average?
The average age of an American.
Wait, is it American?
Yeah,
for a
American.
male, I would say it's probably 72.
I'm thinking like 76, probably 76. 76 years old.
Probably 72 for a male. I think women typically.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a difference between a male.
Let's say a female is like 27, 80.
So
female's like fucking 86 probably.
86.
78.9.
So.
For an American.
Yeah.
What did I say again? 72.
You said 76.
And then you said 72 and 89.
What?
89's like.
What do you mean? If I'm saying that for a female.
Oh, well, so is the 72 for just like the average?
Yeah, girls.
Just for a guy.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
That's probably two different averages. That is true.
Guys don't be living so long.
Females,
yeah,
they say that they live longer.
Yeah,
so
we make great decisions.
I almost lived to 90
all the time.
Why you hate women?
No, I love my women.
All right, we're calling them out.
I don't think I'll live till 90. That's all I'm saying.
He's like, nah,
I
you don't
said
live till
80.
90.
It's 89.
I know. All right, 80. I said 86.
I don't know. There'd be some 90-year-old women, bro.
Hey,
They'd be out there.
My grandma just had a guy
bet.
watch her dog who was fucking like 92, still plays golf 3 times a week, and he watched her
Probably why
dog
he's
to
alive.
see if he wanted to get a dog.
we gotta move down the floor.
And apparently he's getting a dog.
He's gonna get a dog?
At 90-something years old, bro.
Dude, that dog could.
Well, just get an old-ass dog. Like, you know.
Okay, I was gonna say, like,
I
you
would
can't-
imagine.
Yeah, you don't want a young dog that's gonna, you know.
Yeah, motherfucker don't want some
Outlive ya.
baby-ass
If you
dog
age
that's
well,
going to turn 15 years
you know,
old.
I mean,
You
if you're
can
playing,
live-
if you're
you
playing
can
golf
live a
every
long time.
every
you can live
day,
a long time.
you
You
walking
age well.
around, staying in some shape.
If you're in health, if
Moses, like,
if you're
300.
healthy and in shape, at least one point in your life, you'll age a lot better. That's true. And then if you
You gotta keep
like,
that shit in check,
don't
though.
smoke cigarettes, that's
Mm-hmm.
another big thing. 'Cause aren't you like, what is it, like 3 times more likely to have diabetes if you smoke cigarettes?
I did not know that.
Diabetes, really?
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
I thought
You're
you were
like,
just going to say the risk of dying.
like heart or
Or,
like, I don't know. It was like substantially.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, that's believable,
substantially.
but cigarettes will mess you up.
Cigarettes,
So
for
if you
me,
stay
are-
away from
I'd
some
never
of those
buy it.
things,
I'll never buy
you
them.
can really,
Only
live a
smoke
lot
them if
longer.
people got them.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
I
really
mean,
got
I'm
it.
dead ass.
Shit.
I've never bought a pack.
Yeah.
Never. So
I bought a pack and handed it out to some
if
homeless
people
guys when I was
people
blacked out.
want to
doing
be
one
dicks
time.
and not let me bum a cigarette, then that's fine. I won't be trying to kill myself.
Yeah. Dude, so we gotta cut what we're talking here and start shouting you guys out. We only got a little bit of time left. You guys gotta go open the store.
Store.
So
It's supposed to be open 14 minutes ago. Fuck.
Yeah, I was waiting there. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go,
we got business. We're duking it out.
all right, guys. So go ahead, do like little Instagram shout outs where they can check you guys each, and then also you know, hit them with the store and everything.
Sure.
It's at the JB Jewelers on Instagram. That's the main
That's the business.
the main social media. Yeah, for the business, and then website jbjewelersohio.com. Get there, get your jewelry, precious metal,
Yo.
sterling silver, gold, diamonds.
If you want to hit me on
none
the
of that
personal
fake shit.
it's Jack the Jeweler. So,
Yep.
you can hit me up on the personal.
Custom jewelry, anything you need.
This
If you're
guy,
right.
too.
Yeah.
Which you
I don't
can say.
remember my
this-
Instagram handle.
You don't remember your fucking
guys,
Instagram?
It's just John Barbera, I think.
You know, Christmas
Probably some underscore
just
some
happened
shit.
yesterday or whatever, but like Valentine's Day is 2 months
Valentine's
away.
Day's coming up.
2 months
You
away.
know what
bro.
time it is.
You gotta get yourself.
Respectfully, we got those lacquer
Also,
tip
like-
roses. We get some.
Also, like, just get yourself a chain.
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah.
Just get yourself a chain.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm
Yeah.
trying to go to grill school here, bro, or something here soon, bro, because I need to get these grills fucking moving. I really need. I've been trying them out, man, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and I'm like, I'm not solid enough yet to fucking be doing this.
Yeah.
Really, like the problem is we've advertised for it a little too much, so I need to fucking. I found a school, man. I'm gonna go down
Check it
dirty
out.
south somewhere and just fucking find some people, some Paul Wall type motherfuckers trapping grills. Learn
Yeah, that'd be
guys
cool.
that know how to do it.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. We got about a minute
Alright,
left.
it's been real.
Yeah. Thanks
Peace
for
out,
coming
y'all.
on. Duke
Appreciate
it
it,
out. You
Always,
guys go
man.
ahead,
We'll be back.
like, subscribe, follow us on Spotify and Apple Music or whatnot.
You better.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thanks for
listening.
watching.
Man, thanks for coming
listening.
to Duke it out with us, you know?
Peace.